Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning in today with me. Today's a Monday, June 23rd, 81 degrees at about 9 a.m. So today I got to go into a basement and fix a boiler that has the Onyx tubing. It's the non-oxygen barrier. I've been dealing with this boiler. The boiler's like 20 years old. I've been dealing with this for many years because whoever installed the Onyx tubing back in the day, it was not oxygen barrier. So he keeps having check valves that keep failing. Things keep rusting out. So my thought is adding an isolation valve, like a zone valve, that will close and shut off that zone. It'll truly be shut off. Because if we close a ball valve when it's gravity feeding, that seems to shut it off, because that will cut the gravity flow. All right, guys, so I'm going to take off these 3 check valves. I'm going to keep those 3 circulators. I have these zones that keep overheating because the flow checks keep failing, because we have old Onyx tubing that is not oxygen barrier. All right, so just put that on there. That's the power head, that's the body. There's that so far. So when that opens up, that'll kick on at the same time, and it should work like a normal zone. A little bit different, a little bit overkill to have a zone valve and a circulator for each zone. But given the situation, I want to see if this is going to help. How brown that water is. It's nasty. Disgusting. Rust. I want to show you, it's no lie about the rust. See inside that pipe? Yeah, it's been in there for a while, guys, but seriously. That's freaking nuts. I'm gonna wire that ZVC03 up. So now, low volt is connected. So I just brought my thermostat wires for each zone, right onto the, double them up for each zone. So when the thermostat calls for heat, it's gonna close to activate the relay to bring on the circulator. And then it will also close to send power down to the zone valve, whichever zone valve may be calling at the time. And then ran the wire right up to each zone valve. Boom, boom, boom. 3 zones. I typically don't run wires on hot pipe, but somebody had done that before, and I'm not gonna mess with that right now. Anyway, so I'm going to purge the zones and turn the system on and give this a try and make sure everything's functioning as I want it to be. Wanted to mention that I did not use the end switches on these. I don't need them. The end switch has already been it's already been active through the circulator control board, which brings on the burner. So I don't need that. I just need to be able to power up those zone valves when there's a call for heat on whichever zone's calling, and turn on the circuit at the same time. Like I said, out of the box, you know, out of the ordinary to do something like this. But given the situation, I think that it's going to be a good help, good fix if those fully shut off and I don't have any ghost flow later on, because I'm not relying on a flow check to, when it's especially running for other zones or running for hot water, tankless coil, it's not going to be, you know, gravity feeding because that flow check failed again. I got to purge this. And then with the zone valves, basically there's an A and B. I always just put the A on the supply side and then the B on the outlet side. But I guess you can do it either way. It says up here, there's the lever, the dial, the knob, whatever you want to call it. I manually open all of them when I'm purging. And then I just, from here, use this apparatus and then switch my hose. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so we're gonna turn these back to the, oh, I can't see. There we go. To the perpendicular position. Closed. There we go. That's not good. That's not a good sign. I don't think it likes the fact that I'm combining the voltages into one. This is obviously putting out its own volt, and then that's putting out, and now it's almost like I have to do isolation relays or something. Dang it. Just took those off. Turn it back on. Yeah, now it's not doing that. That weird thing. All I was trying to do was to tell the TT on the zone controller that there's a call for heat to open up that zone valve. The voltages are conflicting. And I was wondering if that would happen. See, it doesn't like that. I don't like it. It's not supposed to flash like that. Isolation relays. Lots of time has gone by, but yeah, fucked up my whole day dealing with this and having to go get those relays. So some of those are double throw. I only need single throw, or I mean single pole, but it's a very nice relay, very easy to use. There's your coil volt side, 24 volt side, power in, and then power out. So finally, all wired back up. My OCD overkill wiring job. Brought all that back up into there. And so in here, each thermostat read 24 volt, so it will activate that relay. And the other side of that's going down to common, so it will engage that relay, which will close the contact, which is that TT there that it will close. So let's try it out. So power's back on. We don't have any problems. Burner's kicking on for hot water. Let me grab my jumper. So there. As you can see, I just engaged my thermostat 1, zone valve 1. Red light's not. Maybe because low limit. If they ran the Aquastat through the ZCZR, which they did right there, you can't tell, but ZCZR is going to eliminate the call for the circs to get power until the boiler is past low limit, around 160 roughly. So those circs ain't going to kick on for a while, but at least the zone valve has opened. So we know we have power there, so this it did its thing. Try even another one too. So there we go. Now we activated the other zone valve, which activated that relay, so it's all working as it should. Opening right now, that's why it's flashing. I was trying to keep this simple, but it got a little bit extra complicated with the isolation relays, but hey, it is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, it works and it does what they need it to do, and not ghost feed and overheat their house in the summertime especially, all because the boiler staying hot for hot water. Just don't feel like we have many other options, because to replace all the Onyx tubing in this house, it can be done. And if it has to be done, then we'll have to do it. I hope to not have to do that. Circs are on. So we're pumping. Joining in. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel so we can bring you more fun, awesome content. Later.